Let's see if we can get one more in. Welcome back. Today we have a word. We'll talk about the Girl Scouts. James Taylor, Mauritius, a song and a quote. Grab your favorite cuppa, sit back, and let's check it out. Hi there, and welcome to This Day in History for March 12th. March 12th is the 71st day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, 72nd in leap years, with 294 days remaining to the end of the year. Today's word is acquiesce. Acquiesce is a verb that means to accept, comply, or submit tacitly or passively. You may see the word acquiesce used with in or to, as in a company acquiescing to employee demands, or an individual acquiescing in a group decision, like, despite her reservations, she decided to acquiesce in the decision made by the committee, recognizing the importance of presenting a united front. The word acquiesce comes to us through French, Middle French before that, and originally from Latin, where it meant to rest, find peace, be satisfied with, or to be quiet. First known use of the word acquiesce is in 1613. Acquiesce. And with that, back in 1907, a British lieutenant general in the British Army named Robert Baden-Powell held a scouting encampment to test his ideas for a book he was working on, Scouting for Boys. This book was published in 1908, and what was then a grassroots movement evolved, which came to be the Boy Scouts. Girls were interested in this sort of thing too and asked to participate in this, so Baden-Powell formed the Girl Guides for girls in the United Kingdom. It didn't take long for the movement to spread internationally, and on March 12, 1912, the Girl Guides was founded in the United States and would later be renamed the Girl Scouts of the USA. This is the birthday of American singer, songwriter, and guitarist James Taylor, born March 12, 1948, in Boston, Massachusetts. At some point, the family moved to North Carolina, and James was a good student academically, made great grades. He began playing the guitar when he was 12, wrote his first song on guitar when he was 14. Given his good grades, he went off to a preparatory boarding school, but found that overwhelming and ended up voluntarily checking himself into a mental hospital. He'd been there about 9 months when his buddy, Danny Korchmer, encouraged James to check out of the mental hospital and move with him to New York, where they would form a band they called the Flying Machine. Unfortunately, James got mixed up in some poor choices during his New York period, about which he has said that he learned a lot about music and too much about drugs. Flying Machine broke up over the cascade of failures, and when things at that stage in his life were at about their darkest, he made a late-night phone call to his father, who came to New York, gathered James up, and took him back to North Carolina. James decided to try his hand at a solo act. His friend Danny Korchmer connected him with Peter Asher, Paul McCartney, and Apple Records. His self-titled first album, James Taylor, was released in 1968 in the UK, 1969 in the US. It's a wonderful album. Everyone loved it, but initially it didn't sell as well as it might have because James was still undergoing intermittent hospital stays for mental health and drug issues. Over the years, life in general improved for James, and in 1970, he released the album Sweet Baby James. Since then, James Taylor has won Grammys, been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, has become one of the best-selling music artists of all time with over 100 million records sold worldwide. The archipelago known as Mauritius was first discovered by Arab seafarers probably as early as the 900s. A few centuries later, the island, still uninhabited, was visited by Portuguese sailors in about 1509. The Dutch arrived in 1598 and named the main island Mauritius. Later on, it became a French colony. The French surrendered the island to the United Kingdom during the Napoleonic Wars in 1810, and on February 12, 1968, the island country of Mauritius gained independence from the United Kingdom. But wait, there's more. On February 12, 1992, Mauritius became a republic while remaining a member of the Commonwealth of Nations. Today's song is You've Got a Friend by James Taylor. Now, we might have talked about this song before, but it felt like a good one to talk about for James Taylor's birthday. You've Got a Friend was written by Carole King. She also recorded a version of the song that same year that James Taylor did, 1971, and with shared musicians. Both artists won Grammys, Carole King for Song of the Year, James Taylor for Best Male Pop Vocal Performance. It's a lovely song, and several artists have recorded it over the years, like Dusty Springfield, Michael Jackson, Anne Murray, Donny Hathaway, just to name a few. As to the writing of the song, Carole King said it almost wrote itself, a true inspiration. James Taylor's version was released as a single and hit the Billboard Hot 100 #1 spot in July of 1971. You've Got a Friend by James Taylor. Link in the description. How about that? As I mentioned the last couple days, I've got some traveling to do over the next couple weeks, some family business to tend to, but I have been working on trying to get some episodes put together in advance so that we don't miss a beat. I will have my electronics with me so I can make sure these all get uploaded and published when they're supposed to be, and also be able to respond to comments. Today we have a quote by the late, great Theodore Roosevelt, who said, "Believe you can and you're halfway there." That's a good one, isn't it? Alrighty, y'all stay safe, be good to each other. I'll see you next time. Oh, where's the video? Okay, hold on. I missed it. Okay, I made a boo-boo. Let's try it again. There. And today we have a quote by the late, great Theodore Roosevelt. Oops, that's not where it goes. Okay, hold on, let me see. There we go. I'm still learning how to drive this thing. Okay. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That playlist lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page. It's called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.